Hey loves, so your girl made these delicious plantain pancakes and waffles, and of course I had to share the recipe with you all because on this channel we exchange notes. They were moist, filling and easy to make, so let's get started. So I had this buttermilk pancake mix that I bought from Trader Joe's. You can also make waffles with it. So I thought, you know what, that will keep it straight to the point. And then I also had 2 ripe plantains, which is actually what inspired me to make this. I didn't want to cook them. I do not like soft plantain, especially when it's too sweet. So mash it down and mix it up until it's nice and soft. I had an idea to also maybe next time roast the plantain and then mash it up. I can imagine the additional flavors that would add. I did add some honey, but this is completely optional because the plantain is already going to be sweet, especially if it's overripe. So next you are going to add 2 cups of the buttermilk mix. Now depending on if you want to use your own flour mix, that's also an option. But I do like how fluffy the pancakes are using the Trader Joe's buttermilk mix, especially for someone like me who isn't really the best at making pancakes from scratch. Like, pancakes was like my arch enemy for so long. Anyway, you're gonna now add 1 egg and 1 cup of almond milk. So you can double the recipe depending on how many pancakes you want to make. I will leave my recommended measurements in the description. I would say this makes about 10 to 14 pancakes. I was experimenting with both waffles and pancakes, but just seeing how much I had left, I will definitely say you can make, like, at the maximum about 14. So another recommendation I have, use a blender. I got tired and I thought, let me just blend this up. I didn't want it to be too smooth. I did want some texture, so I didn't blend it for too long, but it definitely made a difference. So now I'm going to show you a few ways that I cooked these pancakes and a little trial and error. So I decided to use avocado oil. Some people like to use butter. It's really down to preference, or like coconut oil. I definitely started off with too much oil, but I do want to show you the results and when I did eventually get it right, so that hopefully you can avoid the same mistakes that I made. So this was my first try, and well, first of all, this pancake was absolutely delicious, but I really didn't need to have that much oil in the pan. The good thing is the oil retreated to the side, so it wasn't that bad, but I liked how golden it was. It was moist, just absolutely delicious. And it also kind of reminds me of French toast. So I let that sit for a bit, and now my second go round, I would say that the oil spread a little more and it was a little bit more on the crispier side. So that was round 2. And now round 3, there was just a little oil, not too much. And I think that this was definitely one of my favorite batches. Like, wasn't that the perfect flip? And if you want to know when the best time is to flip your pancakes, there should be little air bubbles. So just wait a little bit. Don't turn them too quickly because it's gonna separate the pancake. So now my next batch went a little left. One mistake I made, there definitely wasn't enough oil on the pan. So thankfully this is a non-stick always pan, but they just looked wrinkled and stuck together because there just wasn't enough oil or butter to just give it that slip that it needed to remain in one piece. So I had some batter left and I thought, you know what, let me try and make a waffle. But let me tell you about this little Dash waffle maker. It's a hazard. No wonder it was like $10 because nah. Like, do you see that smoke? I had to turn it off, but I did manage to make one waffle. I don't know why I kept on touching it and burning up my hand, but it was really delicious. I really did like the waffle. I think next time I would use a full-size waffle maker because I can only imagine how good that would taste with maybe some like spicy fried chicken on the top with some hot honey syrup. Oh my gosh. So I added a little syrup from Trader Joe's, and let me tell you, these were delicious. You can switch it up and add some protein or whatever else you want to make it a little bit more filling, but definitely a 10 out of 10. Let me know if you give it a try.